Around the world, there are megastructures so massive they force us to reconsider the limits of human capability. Futuristic megaprojects emerge as if arriving from another era, built with precision and scale beyond imagination. Extreme landscapes demand bold engineering, where every meter of land is conquered through intelligence and determination. Meanwhile, modern technology, robotics, AI, and automation is reshaping how humanity builds its world. Today, we explore the largest structures on Earth, symbols of ambition, creativity, and the human drive to surpass every limit. Palm Jumeirah is the only artificial island on Earth shaped like a giant palm tree extending into the Persian Gulf, where humans turned the border between desert and ocean into new living space. The project was built to expand the coastline, create luxury housing and resorts, and represent Dubai's long-term strategy beyond oil economy. More than 144 million cubic yards of sand and 7.7 million tons of rock were placed with precise GPS guidance, forming over 1,300 acres of land at sea. Engineers used a ground compaction method with vibration and designed an outer crescent with water channels to stabilize the terrain and maintain internal circulation. In 2024, the island was replenished with more than 2 million cubic yards of marine sand, showing industrial-scale maintenance against erosion. Today, Palm Jumeirah stands as a symbol of humanity's ambition to expand the frontier between nature and technology. The Falkirk Wheel is the world's only rotating boat lift connecting two canals separated by more than 100 feet in central Scotland. Opened in 2002, it became the centerpiece of a 22-mile canal restoration project after centuries of neglect. Standing 115 feet tall and weighing about 1,200 tons, it lifts boats in under 5 minutes, using energy equal to boiling 8 kettles. The system works on water balance principles, keeping both gondolas perfectly level throughout the rotation cycle. Falkirk Wheel symbolizes Britain's industrial rebirth, where 21st century engineering revived a 19th century waterway legacy. Today, hundreds of thousands of visitors watch its giant arms turn each year, a stunning testament to human ingenuity and creativity. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge is the longest sea-crossing bridge tunnel system on Earth, stretching more than 34 miles across the vast Pearl River Delta. It was built to link 3 major economic powers, creating the first intersea transportation network of modern Asia. The project not only reduced travel time from several hours to about half an hour, but also united the entire Greater Bay Area, the fastest-growing hub of technology and trade in the continent. Over 34 miles of steel and concrete turned the vision of crossing an ocean into reality, marking a new era in human engineering. Each year, the bridge saves more than $1 billion in logistics costs and increases regional trade by over 20%. Standing on the bridge at sunset, you can feel the meeting of humanity and the sea, a living proof of how far human limits have been pushed. Jiaozhou Bay Bridge is China's massive sea-crossing structure, linking 2 sides of an industrial bay with a stretch of steel and concrete more than 16 miles long. It was built to shorten the route by over 18 miles and cut travel time by 30 minutes, connecting the urban center with the coastal industrial zone. With 6 traffic lanes spanning 115 feet, the bridge rests on more than 5,000 pillars using 450,000 tons of steel and over 3 million cubic yards of concrete. Engineers applied pre-stressed construction technology with earthquake and typhoon resistance and designed 3 navigation channels allowing large ships to pass safely year-round. In 2011, Guinness recognized it as the world's longest sea bridge, symbolizing human ambition and the mastery of engineering intelligence. As you drive across the open deck above the ocean, you can feel the magnitude, power, and visions of a civilization shaping the future of infrastructure. Bailong Elevator is the tallest outdoor elevator in the world, built straight into a sandstone cliff over 1,000 feet high in China's mountain region. Its main purpose is to cut the climb from hours to just 2 minutes, allowing visitors to reach the viewpoint easily without putting pressure on natural trails. The system has 3 double-deck glass elevators, moving at about 10 feet per second, serving more than 18,000 passengers daily and operating all year round. Its steel and glass frame is fixed to the rock with seismic sensors, load control units, and automatic brakes, ensuring safety even during geological vibrations. The project not only reduces soil erosion and preserves the sandstone layer, but was also recognized by Guinness in 2015 as the world's tallest outdoor elevator. Bailong Elevator stands as a symbol of engineering genius and sustainable vision, proving how humanity can conquer height while preserving Earth's majestic form. Ba Na Hills is Vietnam's most famous mountain resort, where untouched nature and human creation blend together over 4,800 feet above sea level. In 1901, French engineers discovered its climate similar to the Alps and built Indochina's first mountain resort, starting Vietnam's highland tourism history. The modern development was created to promote green economy ease, lowland tourism pressure, and establish ecological balance between the mountains and central cities. Each cable car line can carry more than 7,000 passengers per hour, making Barna the highest capacity mountain destination in Southeast Asia. Construction at nearly 4,900 feet required helicopters to install towers, a technical milestone never before achieved in Vietnam. Barna Hills now welcomes over 5 million visitors each year, contributing billions of dollars to central Vietnam's economy and standing as a national symbol of sustainable growth. The Three Gorges Dam is the largest hydroelectric power plant on Earth, built across the Yangtze River in central China, showcasing modern organizational capacity and engineering. It is a reinforced concrete gravity dam about 607 feet tall and about 7,660 feet long, with a reservoir stretching for roughly 370 miles that enables large-scale water regulation. Its core purposes are flood control for a densely populated basin, nationwide power generation, and safer inland navigation for large cargo vessels. A 5-step ship lock and a high-capacity ship lift allow heavy vessels to overcome a major elevation difference quickly, and 32 turbines of about 700 megawatts each deliver massive electricity. From the crest, the sound of still water and the vast reservoir space with surrounding mountains create an overwhelming sense of how human engineering can reshape terrain. Dubai Frame stands at the heart of the city, marking the boundary where the historic district meets the rapidly expanding modern skyline. It was built to serve as the city's window of time, allowing visitors to view Dubai's past and future within the same frame. The project cost about $63 million and took 5 years to complete, from 2013 to 2018, showing the nation's scale of vision and investment. Engineers used laser measurement and millimeter-level GPS positioning to align each structural segment, ensuring perfect 90-degree precision. In 2019, Guinness recognized it as the world's largest architectural frame by height and proportional balance. As you step onto the transparent glass bridge nearly 500 feet above the ground, the city unfolds beneath your feet, and the skyline stretches endlessly, leaving you breathless in silent awe. The Panama Canal stands as the ultimate proof of human intelligence, where mankind reshaped the global maritime map through will and engineering beyond its age. It shortens more than 8,000 nautical miles, connecting two oceans and transforming the world into one unified trade system. Completed in 1914, it became the most expensive and complex construction on Earth, costing about $14 billion today. After the French failure, American engineers created a new model of lakes and lock systems, setting the standard for modern hydraulic design. The canal not only opened trade routes, but also opened the industrial era, proving humanity's unmatched capacity for organization and innovation. In the 21st century, as drought lowers its waters, the Panama Canal stands as a reminder of the fragile balance between mankind and nature. Huge Bridge became the world's highest bridge when completed, stretching across a deep canyon in southwestern China, where steep limestone mountains divide the land. It was built to shorten mountain routes, replacing winding roads and landslide areas with a direct highway that stays safe all year. The four-lane cable-stayed design allows vehicles to travel steadily more than 1,800 feet above ground, where no foundation was once possible. Over 27,000 tons of weather-resistant steel were used to prevent rust and cut maintenance costs in the canyon's humid air. huge bridge stands as proof of human intelligence and determination, showing how technology can overcome the limits of natural terrain. Though its height record was surpassed in 2025, the bridge remains a national landmark and a symbol of China's modern vision. Gardens by the Bay embodies Singapore's vision of sustainable urban life, where humanity no longer plants trees within cities but builds entire artificial ecosystems. Constructed on more than 250 acres of reclaimed land, it represents the nation's city in a garden strategy, a shift from industrial to biological urbanism. The super trees, rising between 80 and 160 feet, function as living systems, generating solar power and collecting rainwater for reuse. Inside, millions of plant species from every continent are maintained under climate-controlled conditions using sensors and advanced green energy. The project redefines the concept of urban nature, merging technology, ecology, and architecture into one self-sustaining organism. Gardens by the Bay stands as a global declaration that humanity can progress without destroying nature if it learns to respect the planet's limits. Along Chile's Pacific coast, San Alfonso del Mar is famed for its giant, 1-kilometer-long artificial lagoon recognized by Guinness as the largest in the world. The pool holds over 250,000 cubic meters of crystal seawater, its turquoise color maintained by a filtration system invented by engineer Fernando Fishman. Built over 5 years in Chile's arid coastal climate, it required advanced waterproofing and water balancing techniques never seen before. Crystal Lagoon's technology uses smart sensors, saving 98% of the energy used by traditional pools while keeping the water pristine year-round. From above, its turquoise lagoon, running parallel to the real sea, stands as proof of human ingenuity, turning desert shores into an engineered wonder of the world. Delta Works is the Netherlands' monumental system of dams, sluices, and storm surge barriers built to shield a nation lying below sea level from the power of the ocean. It was created after the 1953 flood disaster, aiming for absolute water control to protect more than half of the population and the country's fertile farmlands. The network includes 13 major structures stretching over 25 miles, costing about $5 billion and taking more than 40 years to complete. Engineers developed massive movable gates, each weighing over 18,000 tons, designed to close during storms and open for ships when the sea is calm. Recognized by UNESCO as one of the 7 wonders of modern engineering, it stands as a symbol of human intelligence and resilience against nature's extremes. Today, Delta Works is not only the nation's shield, but a global emblem of innovation, perseverance, and the enduring spirit of Dutch civilization. The Eiffel Tower, a 330-meter steel monument in Paris, stands as a symbol of French engineering light and pioneering spirit. With its 7,300-ton iron frame, it was the tallest structure on Earth for 41 years, ushering in the age of steel and open space. If all its metal were melted, it would cover a square base of 125 meters per side with only 6 centimeters of thickness. Erecting such a massive iron frame in the 19th century was an engineering miracle requiring wind analysis, material precision, and human safety beyond precedent. Thousands of workers under harsh conditions transformed cold mechanics into a masterpiece blending science and art. More than a century later, the Eiffel Tower remains the soul of Paris, where human intellect is etched into the sky with steel light and pride. Burj Khalifa is a monumental proof of human ambition, rising 2,717 feet with 163 floors, holding the record as the tallest building on Earth. Standing in the heart of Dubai, it embodies the bold vision of a nation determined to turn the desert into a global capital of technology, commerce, and architecture. At heights beyond 2,000 feet, winds grew powerful enough to bend cranes, forcing engineers to craft an aerodynamic spiral that keeps the tower balanced in the sky. Inside, Burj Khalifa operates like a vertical city with over 900 apartments, 37 office levels, and the Armani Hotel, personally created by Giorgio Armani. More than 7,000 aerodynamic tests were carried out, enabling the structure to endure sandstorms, burning heat, and relentless Gulf winds. Burj Khalifa stands not only as the tallest building, but as a symbol of intelligence, will, and humanity's dream to reach the highest limits. The Millau Viaduct in southern France is the tallest cable-stayed bridge on Earth, spanning the Tarn Valley, where rugged terrain once separated central and southern France. The project was designed to eliminate the country's worst traffic bottleneck while proving humanity could build in harmony with untouched landscapes. Stretching 1.5 miles, with pillars rising 1,125 feet above ground, it used over 36,000 tons of steel and precise, incremental launching. During construction, the entire deck was pushed outwards section by section using hydraulic systems at over 885 feet high, a world-first engineering method. Each pylon is equipped with real-time wind sensors that stabilize the structure even under 150-mile-per-hour gusts. The Milo Viaduct stands not just as a bridge, but as a symbol of human intellect, bravery, and vision in the age of engineering limits. The Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park in Dubai's desert stands as the Middle East's defining symbol of a green future. Covering more than 77 square kilometers, millions of panels reflect sunlight like a silver carpet across the sand and wind-swept desert. With a planned capacity of 5,000 megawatts and a 263-meter tower, the complex can supply power to millions of homes each year. In temperatures above 45 degrees, thousands of engineers built mirrors and panels resilient against sandstorms, maintaining performance in extreme conditions. From above, the park appears as a city of light, a testament to human creativity, intelligence, and the enduring power to harness the sun. Hontom Cable Car marks a monumental leap in modern engineering, where humans built the longest oversea cable car across Vietnam's boundless ocean. It was created to shorten travel to the island, turning a once weather-dependent journey into a stable and safe route all year long. Stretching 25,902 feet, it earned a Guinness World Record as the longest continuous three-rope cable car, a true national milestone. Building its sea towers required heavy-duty technology with barges and cranes weighing more than 1,000 tons, shaping steel frames amid wind and waves. Beyond tourism, it stands as a statement of Vietnamese intelligence daring to connect sea and sky through innovation. From the highest point where clouds meet the sea, travelers witness the grandeur of a creation that placed Vietnam among the world's engineered wonders. The port of Shanghai rises as the global gateway for maritime trade, where endless flows of goods move between continents. Handling over 43 million TEUs, the equivalent of 43 million standard 20-foot containers, it has remained the busiest port on Earth for over a decade. Its Yangshan deep-water port, built on man-made islands and linked by the 32-kilometer Donghai Bridge, stands as a triumph of engineering and vision. Thousands of automated cranes, driverless vehicles, and AI systems operate around the clock, making it one of the world's most advanced smart ports. Serving over 2,000 ships each month and connecting with 200 countries, it anchors China's Belt and Road maritime network. Contributing more than 7% of Shanghai's GDP, the port stands as the economic heart of China's eastern coast and a symbol of global industry. Yaxi Expressway in Sichuan, China is known as the road above the clouds, crossing the dangerous Hengduan mountain ranges. The 240-kilometer route includes more than 270 bridges and 25 tunnels, with over half its length underground or elevated. It shortened travel time between Ya'an and Xichang from 10 hours to just 4.5, creating a vital economic corridor across southwest China. Seismic and landslide sensors line the highway, ensuring safety in a region often struck by earthquakes and heavy snow. Its suspension bridges and tunnels were built using three-dimensional geological modeling, proving the boundless reach of human engineering. Yaxi Expressway is hailed as China's greatest mountain highway marvel, where human intelligence meets the harshest edges of nature. Burj Al Arab is Dubai's ultimate architectural symbol, where human intelligence transformed luxury into form rising above the ocean. Built on an artificial island off the Persian Gulf, it stands as the Arab world's declaration of modern power and vision. Reaching over 1,050 feet, it was the tallest hotel on Earth in 1999, marking a new era of global landmark design. Recognized by international media as the first seven-star hotel, it became the global definition of ultimate luxury. Its sail-shaped structure was engineered to withstand sea winds and desert heat, reflecting humanity's ability to adapt to nature. Today, Burj Al Arab stands not just as a hotel, but as a symbol of human mastery over limits between desert and sea. Itaipu Dam stands as one of the greatest human-made structures on Earth, stretching between Brazil and Paraguay, and harnessing the power of the Paraná River, one of the 5 largest rivers on the planet. It was built to turn the force of water into electric energy that sustains tens of millions of people across South America. Over 9 years of construction, more than 40,000 workers labored continuously with a total cost of about $20 billion in 1980s value. Every operating parameter, pressure, temperature, and vibration is monitored in real time through one of the earliest automatic sensor networks in South America. Beyond engineering and power, it stands as proof that humanity can harness nature while maintaining balance between strength and responsibility to the Earth. The Great Wall of China is the longest defensive structure ever built, stretching over 21,000 kilometers across mountains, deserts, and valleys. Begun more than 2,000 years ago and expanded through many dynasties, it reflects the extraordinary labor and strategic vision of ancient builders. Its materials, rammed earthstone and brick, change with the terrain, allowing the wall to endure extreme climates for millennia. A network of 25,000 watchtowers, moats, and fortresses formed an immense defensive system across northern China. Some sections run along steep ridges wide enough for 6 horsemen to ride side by side, proving the era's advanced engineering. More than 2 millennia later, the Great Wall still rises through the landscape, standing as a symbol of human will, intelligence, and endurance. Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge is hailed as a monumental achievement in modern architecture, marking the first time humans suspended a glass bridge nearly 1,000 feet above open air. Located in Hunan Province, China, the bridge spans a quartz sandstone canyon surrounded by a forest of vertical rock pillars among the rarest landscapes on Earth. Designed to hold 800 people at once and around 8,000 visitors per day, it stands as one of the largest adventure tourism infrastructures ever built on mountainous terrain. More than 120 triple-layer tempered glass panels, each about 2 inches thick, form a transparent floor reflecting the sky while ensuring extreme load capacity. As you step onto the bridge, the glass beneath your feet quivers. The wind whistles through the steel cables, and you realize you are standing in the open air of the Earth itself. Shanghai Maglev train is the world's first commercial high-speed magnetic levitation line, symbolizing the technological leap of 21st century transportation. The system operates with near-perfect precision, achieving an on-time rate of 99.9%, reflecting advanced automation and exact time control. Its commercial peak speed of 268 miles per hour made it the fastest operational train in the world for many years. The project demonstrates China's industrial capacity from design and installation to operation, establishing the technical foundation for future maglev generations. After 2021, its running speed was adjusted to reduce noise, save energy, and extend the equipment's service life. As the train slows into the station, the speed indicator glides down smoothly, letting you feel the power and near-perfect precision of magnetic levitation technology. Svalbard Global Seed Vault lies deep inside a mountain in Norway's Arctic archipelago, built hundreds of miles away from the mainland to protect the world's crop genes. It operates as a sealed deposit system, where each nation can unseal only its own collection, preserving independent genetic ownership. The vault was inaugurated in 2008 with a total cost of about $9 million, funded and supervised by the Norwegian government. It can store up to 4.5 million seed samples, forming a backup network for thousands of food crop species on Earth. The initiative is recognized by the United Nations and major organizations as a globally influential project preserving agricultural diversity. Today, the Seed Vault stands as a symbol of human vision, where science, faith, and life itself are safeguarded for future generations. The Grand Canal is the greatest ancient waterway on Earth, where human will turned into a flowing link uniting northern, central, and southern China. It was built to transport food taxes and military supplies, sustaining the stability of dynasties for thousands of years. Stretching about 1,100 miles and once exceeding 1,200 miles at its peak, it used hundreds of dams and locks to balance complex water levels. Ancient engineers created an artificial watershed connecting 5 major rivers flowing in opposite directions, an achievement beyond imagination. Along its banks lies a living ecosystem where humans and nature have coexisted for 2 millennia, while the water never stopped moving. Today, the Grand Canal stands as a symbol of collective intelligence, proving humanity's ability to master nature through thought, not brute force. The James Webb Space Telescope is humanity's most powerful machine for exploring the universe, a golden eye gazing back to the dawn of time. Launched in 2021, it orbits the second Lagrange point, 1 million miles from Earth, where the pull of the Sun and Earth reach perfect balance. Its primary mirror, composed of 18 hexagonal gold-coated panels, spans 21 feet, collecting 7 times more light than Hubble. A 5-layer sun shield, the size of a tennis court, keeps its instruments below -388 degrees Fahrenheit, allowing it to detect faint infrared light from ancient galaxies. The James Webb Space Telescope does not simply observe space, it opens a portal into the past, where the universe's first light still travels toward us. Valued at over $10 billion and built through cooperation among NASA, the European Space Agency, and the Canadian Space Agency, it stands as a monument to humanity's shared ambition and intellect. The South-North Water Transfer Project is the largest interbasin water diversion system on Earth, carrying water from the Yangtze River to the dry northern regions of China. The idea was proposed in 1952 by Mao Zedong, and after nearly half a century of research, it began construction in 2002, showing a strategic vision for national water security. The project was designed to redistribute water across basins, providing stable supply for hundreds of cities, reducing groundwater extraction, and restoring weakened ecosystems. Its 3 main routes stretch more than 1,800 miles across mountains, plains, and rivers, forming the largest artificial hydrological network ever built. The total cost exceeds $80 billion, employing millions of engineers and workers over more than 20 years of continuous effort. The South-North Water Transfer Project stands as proof of humanity's ability to control nature through science, rebalance resources, and renew faith in human intelligence. Marina Bay Sands is Singapore's modern declaration, proving that a small nation can create a global icon through intelligence and technology. It serves as a 21st-century strategic center where economy, tourism, art, and science merge within a unified urban system. Three towers, 55 stories tall, are connected by the Sky Park, stretching about 1,100 feet and weighing over 7,000 tons of steel, representing international engineering power. Its entire network of light, water, air, and safety is operated by a nationwide digital system serving more than 10 million visitors each year. The design was inspired by 3 decks of cards symbolizing luck, wisdom, and balance between humanity and modern space. With more than 100 international awards, Marina Bay Sands transcends architecture, becoming a symbol of civilization in the new era. In Dubai, on the man-made Blue Waters Island off the coast of Dubai, is the tallest and largest observation wheel in the world. Built by experts from more than 10 countries, it used the world's 2 largest cranes to lift its giant steel columns above the sea. Offering a full 360-degree experience, it reveals Dubai's skyline from soaring towers to the endless turquoise gulf. "48 luxury cabins carrying over 1,700 people per ride turn the view into a slow flight between sea and sky." Rising 250 meters and built with over 9,000 tons of steel, the wheel stands as a symbol of UAE's vision and ambition. As the cabin begins to move, you watch Dubai shrink beneath the golden sunset and feel yourself floating through the city of the future. The Petronas Towers rise above Kuala Lumpur as twin giants, symbolizing the ambition of a modern and emerging Malaysia. Each tower weighs about 300,000 tons, with a structure strong enough to resist winds and seismic motion, showing human engineering mastery. Their facades include over 55,000 glass panels and 33,000 square meters of stainless steel, reflecting tropical light like metallic armor in the sky. The sky bridge connecting the 41st and 42nd floors spans 58 meters, becoming both an architectural icon and a panoramic viewpoint. Built over 6 years by more than 7,000 workers and 2 international engineering teams, the Twin Towers were completed just days apart. In 1998, the Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat named the Petronas Towers the world's tallest building, a testament to human intelligence, ambition, and Malaysia's global vision. The Suez Canal in Egypt is the world's most vital man-made maritime corridor, linking the Mediterranean and Red Seas across the desert of North Africa. Built in the 19th century, it shortened sea routes by over 6,000 kilometers, creating a strategic gateway between Europe and Asia. Stretching 193 kilometers without locks, it allows massive vessels to cross freely between 2 oceans at the same sea level. The 2015 expansion dredged millions of cubic meters of sand, creating a twin lane that allows ships to travel in both directions non-stop. From the 1956 Suez Crisis, when Egypt nationalized the canal, sparking international conflict, to the 2021 ever-given blockage that froze world trade, Suez has always embodied global power and fragility. The Karakoram Highway, connecting Pakistan and China, is the highest paved road on Earth, crossing the most extreme terrain of the Karakoram Range. Built under a brutal climate, it became a symbol of cooperation and a trade lifeline linking South and Central Asia. Stretching over 800 miles, it winds along cliffs above 15,000 feet, where glaciers rest only steps from the edge. The road passes through a young mountain range prone to landslides, so engineers created hazard maps to protect its structure. Known as the eighth wonder of the world, it represents human intelligence, endurance, and the power to master nature. After the 2010 landslide flooded a long section, the route was rebuilt with new tunnels and bridges, proving humanity never stops before nature. One World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan, New York, stands as proof of human intelligence and the creative power of modern civilization. After the tragedy of September 11th, it rose from ashes, declaring that human will can rebuild what seemed lost forever. Reaching 1,776 feet its height, unites engineering history and national pride in a single towering statement. More than 4,000 engineers and workers toiled for 8 years, forging a steel and glass giant built to endure disasters and time itself. As the sunset burns across its spire, One World Trade Center shines as a declaration of humanity's limitless strength and imagination. Hudson Yards is an iconic urban complex in New York, recognized as the largest private development project in U.S. history. Built with an investment of over $25 billion and more than a decade of work, it opened a new era for global urban planning and development. Rising nearly 1,296 feet, its glass towers reflect sunlight, creating a new skyline that represents humanity's limitless ambition. The complex unites offices, residences, shopping centers, and open public spaces, forming a sustainable city model certified LEED Gold. More than 3,000 engineers and workers labored for a decade, drilling deep into bedrock to guarantee the safety of the entire structure. Described as the largest private real estate development in American history, it is where people built a massive city above an active rail yard, a testament to human intelligence and spatial innovation. The International Space Station is the largest engineering structure ever assembled in space orbiting Earth at an altitude of about 250 miles. Built since 1998, it represents collaboration among the United States, Russia, Japan, Canada, and Europe as a symbol of global unity for science. Measuring 358 feet long, and weighing over 925,000 pounds, it consists of more than 100 modules connected entirely in microgravity. Astronauts work aboard for 6-month missions, conducting over 3,000 experiments in biology, physics, and the effects of microgravity on the human body. Its 8 massive solar arrays generate around 90 kilowatts of power, enough to sustain a small neighborhood on Earth. The International Space Station remains not just a space laboratory, but a living emblem of knowledge, cooperation, and humanity's ambition to transcend the boundaries of space. The Vasco da Gama Bridge stands as proof of humanity's ambition to conquer nature, as Portugal built the longest ocean-spanning bridge in Europe. Stretching more than 10 miles across the Tagus estuary, it faces the relentless mix of saltwater tides and Atlantic winds that test every structure's endurance. Designed to reshape Lisbon's infrastructure, the bridge connects 2 major economic regions and relieves the historic city centre from heavy traffic. Its foundations extend nearly 300 feet below the seabed, supported by over 950,000 cubic yards of pre-stressed concrete to resist magnitude 8 earthquakes. More than 3,000 engineers and workers labored for 18 months amid strong winds and shifting tides to complete the structure on schedule. When you stand on the Vasco da Gama Bridge, the horizon opens before you, where humanity, nature, and intelligence merge in the age of Mega-Earth. The Lake Pontchartrain Causeway in Louisiana, United States, is the longest bridge over water on Earth, stretching nearly 24 miles across vast Lake Pontchartrain. Its structure includes more than 9,000 pre-stressed concrete spans supported by over 2,200 piles, built to withstand hurricanes and Gulf waves. Constructed in 1955 and completed in just 14 months, it was created to connect Mandeville with New Orleans, reducing travel time by nearly half. At its midpoint, drivers can see no land in any direction, experiencing what feels like a drive through infinite space. Today, the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway attracts travelers seeking the sensation of being suspended between sky and water, where reality and illusion become one. The Venetian Macao is a colossal man-made complex built on reclaimed land in Macau, proving how humanity can construct a city within a city. Its 25-meter-high artificial sky dome uses dynamic light projection that dissolves the boundary between day and night. Opened in 2007 and funded by the Las Vegas Sands Corporation at a cost exceeding $2.4 billion, it ushered in a new era for global entertainment. The Venetian Macao stands as a monument to modern imagination, where technology, art, and ambition merge to create a world beyond reality. The Empire State Building is the symbol of America's industrial era, where humanity raised a tower to the sky amid a global economic collapse. Built in just 410 days between 1930 and 1931, the 102-story structure, standing 1,250 feet high, remained the world's tallest for nearly 40 years. Its 60,000 tons of steel were assembled by hand with absolute precision, while thousands of workers labored without harnesses, embodying courage and speed of the age. The tower's original design included a mooring mast for airships, but the plan was abandoned after strong winds made docking impossible. A modern LED system can project over 16 million colors, shifting with global events and historic moments. The Empire State Building endures as a monument of the 20th century, where human intellect, bravery, and ambition converge into an eternal legacy. The Golden Gate Bridge is the most iconic suspension bridge in the United States, where engineering nature and human ambition meet between ocean and fog. Stretching 1.7 miles across the California Strait, it was once thought impossible to build due to strong winds, whirlpools, and persistent fog. Completed in 1937, after 7 years of work, it required more than 10,000 tons of steel and 600,000 rivets, a true marvel of 20th century engineering. Its main cables contain over 27,000 steel wires, enough to wrap around the Earth 3 times, giving it unmatched strength for its era. The bridge's vivid orange-red color, known as International Orange, was chosen to stand out in fog, while blending with the sea and surrounding hills. When you stand on the Golden Gate Bridge, everything around you dissolves into wind and light, leaving the feeling that humanity has truly touched the edge of nature. The Shard is the United Kingdom's most iconic skyscraper, where glass light and air converge into a symbol of 21st century urban vision. Rising 1,017 feet with 95 floors, it was Europe's tallest building upon its completion in 2012, designed by architect Renzo Piano. The structure contains over 11,000 glass panels, reflecting London's sky and shifting color with the light, making the tower appear to dissolve into clouds. Inside it unites offices, hotels, restaurants, and residences, forming Britain's first true vertical city. Its double-glazed facade reduces energy use by 30%, while the open spire allows natural ventilation and pressure balance. The Shard stands not only as architecture, but as a mirror of the human ambition and intellect in the age of urban evolution. Tokyo's Skytree in Sumida, Japan, is the nation's tallest self-standing tower, reaching 280 feet, symbolizing Tokyo's modern strength and vision. The number 634 was chosen because it reads as Musashi, an ancient name of Tokyo, linking its cultural past with a vision of the future. Built to overcome the limits of older towers, it ensures full digital broadcasting coverage across the entire Kanto region, Japan's technological heart. Its structure includes a reinforced concrete core and a damping system absorbing up to 50% of seismic energy, proving unmatched engineering skill. Thousands of engineers worked in high winds and extreme heights, assembling steel parts with precision measured in millimeters. During its opening, thousands waited for days to buy tickets, and elevators stopped due to strong winds, giving visitors the extreme feeling of being above the clouds. King Power Mahanakon, located at 114 Naradiwas Raja Nagarindra Road in Bangkok, stands 130 feet tall and once held the title of Thailand's tallest building. The name Mahanakon means great city in Thai, symbolizing Bangkok's ambition to become a modern and globally recognized metropolis. Designed as a mixed-use complex, it includes luxury residences, hotels, retail areas, and Thailand's highest observation deck. Engineers drilled 129 deep piles into soft ground, ensuring stability against Bangkok's unstable soil and powerful urban winds. Its pixelated design makes the facade appear to dissolve into the sky, reflecting Bangkok's light in a surreal visual illusion. most iconic feature is the outdoor glass floor at 1017 feet, where you can look straight down to the streets, feeling suspended in the air above the city. The Øresund Bridge links Denmark and Sweden, stretching nearly 5 miles and standing as a symbol of modern Nordic unity. Built to erase geographic barriers, it opened a vital trade corridor, turning Copenhagen and Malmö into a single urban region. Combining a cable-stayed bridge, an artificial island, and an underwater tunnel, Øresund remains one of Europe's most complex engineering achievements. Over 2,000 engineers and workers labored for 5 years through cold winds, salt water, and ice, ensuring every steel joint could endure nature's force. After 25 years of operation, the bridge stands as the fastest route between two nations and a lasting symbol of a borderless Europe. Merdeka 118 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, rises 679 meters tall, a new symbol of Southeast Asia and pride of the modern world. The name Merdeka means independence, recalling Malaysia's spirit of freedom, embodied in a spire reaching boldly into the sky. Built to reshape Kuala Lumpur's skyline, it unites offices, hotels, retail centers, and the region's highest observation deck. With its remarkable height and distinctive form, the tower became a new tourism icon for Kuala Lumpur, boosting international appeal and the local economy. With over 18,000 reflective glass panels and a spire rising 160 meters, it glows like a colossal crystal suspended in the air. Around 4,000 workers using advanced vertical jump lift systems built it over several years, creating one of the largest upright construction sites ever achieved. Riyadh Metro is the largest automated subway system in the Middle East, stretching more than 176 kilometers, transforming Saudi Arabia's capital into a global transport hub. The project was created to reduce urban congestion, replace private vehicles, and advance a low-emission model for sustainable transportation. Its network of 6 lines and 85 stations runs fully on electric power with driverless trains monitored in real time. Riyadh Metro is managed by a single artificial intelligence center, monitoring more than 2,000 cameras and 1.5 million sensors operating simultaneously with real-time precision. Trains glide through the desert underground, carrying the heartbeat of a nation moving boldly into an era of limitless innovation and technology. Abraj Al Bait in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, rises more than 600 meters as a symbol of engineering power and faith across the Islamic world. The complex consists of 7 towers, with the central clock tower surrounded by smaller structures ranging between 230 and 280 meters. Overlooking the Grand Mosque, the structure continues to stand as the spiritual heart of Islam in an age of global urban expansion. Abraj Al Bait generates more than 10,000 permanent jobs, boosting tourism and helping Saudi Arabia reduce its dependence on oil. Built to serve millions of pilgrims each year, it unites accommodations, shopping centers, and vast prayer halls within the sacred desert city. The clock tower is regarded as the time mark of the Islamic world, setting Mecca time as a new spiritual center beyond Greenwich. The Akashi Kaikyo Bridge in Japan is the longest suspension bridge on Earth, spanning the Akashi Strait and linking Kobe with Awaji Island. The project began in 1988 after a ferry disaster in 1955 that killed 168 people, inspiring a safer route between land and island. Stretching a total of 3,911 meters, its main span of 1,991 meters remains unbeaten worldwide. During the Kobe earthquake of 1995, the bridge shifted more than 1 meter, yet remained intact, proving Japan's mastery of seismic engineering. Its main cables extend over 4,000 meters, containing 290,000 steel wires, enough to circle the Earth nearly 7 times. Driving across Akashi Kaikyo, you feel sea wind and steel vibrations merge, as if crossing the boundary between humanity and nature. Forest City is a massive, artificial metropolis in Johor, Malaysia, built on 4 man-made islands covering more than 30 square kilometers near the Singapore border. The $100 billion project was promoted as a green smart city where technology, ecology, and urban life merge into a vision of the future. Designed to host over 700,000 residents, it was planned as a car-free city covered in greenery, renewable energy, and smart systems. Construction across tropical seas required advanced reclamation and soil stabilization technologies to fight erosion and saltwater intrusion for years. Yet after nearly a decade, only a few thousand people live there, turning the dream of a futuristic city into a ghost city on the ocean. Today, Forest City stands as a striking reminder that humanity's ambition to create paradise can still be humbled by the limits of nature. The Vehicle Assembly Building is NASA's colossal rocket assembly hall in the United States, and one of the most iconic engineering structures on Earth. It stands as the heart of America's space program, where legendary rockets such as Saturn V, the Space Shuttle, and the Space Launch System were prepared for flight. With an interior volume of about 3.7 million cubic meters, its space is so vast that real clouds can form inside under high humidity. The vehicle assembly building serves as an integration hub, where rocket stages, cargo modules, and spacecraft are assembled, aligned, and tested before launch. Its 139-meter-tall segmented doors take several minutes to open, displaying both the immense scale and precision of its design. More than half a century later, it remains a living monument to the moonshot era and a symbol of humanity's power to rebuild and advance. Starship is a colossal rocket system developed by SpaceX in Boca Chica, Texas, marking the dawn of humanity's first interplanetary travel era. Standing more than 120 meters tall and weighing over 5,000 tons at liftoff, it is the most powerful launch vehicle ever built. Designed to carry both cargo and humans to Mars, Starship lays the foundation for humanity's dream of building a second civilization beyond Earth. Capable of transporting 150 tons of payload or 100 passengers into orbit, it defines a new standard for global space transport. Yet amid its cosmic ambition, Starship still faces controversy over noise methane emissions and environmental impact along the Texas coast. Tropical Islands Resort in Brandenburg, Germany, is the world's largest indoor tropical paradise, covering nearly 66,000 square meters, equal to 8 football fields. The complex was built inside a steel dome, 360 meters long and 107 meters high, once used as a massive airship hangar during the Cold War. Inside lie artificial beaches, jungles and rivers under a controlled equatorial climate, maintaining 26 degrees Celsius and 64% humidity all year. Thousands of visitors from across Europe come daily to sunbathe, surf, and experience the spectacular paradox of recreated nature. Transforming the airship hangar into a tropical rainforest remains one of the greatest engineering conversions in European history. Tropical Islands stands as proof of humanity's power to control climate, yet poses a question: If we can recreate nature, will we still know how to cherish it? Skybridge 721 in the Jeseniki Mountains of the Czech Republic is the world's longest pedestrian suspension bridge hanging between Central European misty peaks. Stretching exactly 721 meters long and 1.2 meters wide, it hangs 95 meters above a valley connecting two forested slopes. Stepping onto the bridge, you feel the ground vanish beneath your feet, leaving only wind mist and the infinite pull of height. Its steel cables and anchor systems withstand winds above 130 kilometers per hour, remaining stable through fog and mountain gusts year-round. Completed in 2022, Skybridge 721 became a symbol of modern engineering and adventure tourism, attracting visitors from across Europe. Skybridge 721 stands as the fragile boundary between humanity and nature, where courage is measured by every step into the void. Louvre Abu Dhabi, in the capital of the United Arab Emirates, is known as the Museum of Light and Water, a civilized oasis rising from the desert. Built as a global cultural symbol of the 21st century, it unites Eastern and Western art inside white halls, filled with sea breeze and soft shade. Inside, thousands of human masterpieces glow under golden lights, from ancient Egyptian statues to delicate Asian paintings and vivid Western canvases. When sunlight filters through 7,850 openings in the dome, a moving rain of light shimmers across marble floors. With $600 million in construction costs and $500 million for the Louvre name, the museum is both material and spiritual achievement. In 2022, UNESCO recognized Louvre Abu Dhabi as a symbol of future heritage where light, sound, and human intellect merge into an eternal symphony. The Leshan giant Buddha in Sichuan, China, is the world's largest stone Buddha carved directly into a red cliff overlooking the confluence of 3 rivers. Standing 71 meters tall, with 7-meter ears and 28-meter shoulders, each toe can hold hundreds of people, reflecting the immense vision of ancient humanity. Built over nearly a century, the monument was the prayer of monk Haitong to calm the violent floods that once ravaged Sichuan. Hidden drainage pipes inside the statue have functioned for more than 12 centuries, proving the advanced engineering of ancient China. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1996, it stands as a timeless symbol of Eastern faith and architectural mastery. Each year, more than 5 million visitors from around the world come to pay homage, making it China's greatest cultural and spiritual destination. The Great Pyramid of Giza rises from Egypt's Sea of Sand as the only surviving wonder of the ancient world, a timeless symbol of human genius and power. Built over 45 centuries ago under Pharaoh Khufu, it stands 146 meters tall, formed from more than 2.3 million stones, weighing up to 80 tons each. Serving as the royal tomb of Khufu, it was also a ceremonial structure affirming the divine nature of eternal kingship. Its corridors, chambers, and air shafts were aligned with centimeter precision, pointing directly towards celestial constellations. Astronomers discovered that the 3 pyramids of Giza align perfectly with the 3 stars of Orion's belt, linking Earth to the cosmos. After more than 4 millennia, the Great Pyramid of Giza remains humanity's greatest enigma, proof that humans once reached the limits of the impossible. Angkor Wat in northern Cambodia near Siem Reap spreads across more than 400 acres, a colossal temple city where religion merged with imperial power. The name Angkor Wat, meaning City of Temples in Khmer, evokes an entire stone metropolis built to bridge humans and the divine. Construction began in 1113 and ended around 1150, requiring tens of thousands of workers and nearly 40 years without machines. Its central towers rise over 200 feet, surrounded by endless corridors and more than 2,000 delicately carved Apsara figures. Millions of tons of sandstone were transported over 20 miles by canals, revealing an ancient mastery of organization and engineering. In terms of civilization, Angkor Wat marks the pinnacle of Khmer architecture, a summit in Southeast Asian history, surpassing even the enduring legacies of Greece and Rome. Hoover Dam stands between Nevada and Arizona, crossing the mighty Colorado River as an engineering marvel that marked a new era for modern America. Rising 726 feet high and stretching 1,200 feet long, it holds over 3 million cubic yards of concrete, enough to pave a road from San Francisco to New York. Its turbines generate more than 4 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity each year, powering over 1 million people across the American Southwest. The creation of Lake Mead reshaped local geology, triggering over 600 minor earthquakes, and cost at least 96 workers their lives, with the real number likely higher. The dam remains a symbol of human intelligence and strength, taming the desert, controlling the river, and turning water into endless power. Hoover Dam endures as a timeless monument to human ambition, proving that will and ingenuity can turn the forces of nature into civilization's greatest legacy. SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, stands as the most expensive and advanced sports arena ever built, the neural center of 21st century entertainment. Completed in 2020 at a cost exceeding $5.5 billion, it surpassed every previous stadium in human history. Its massive transparent roof spans more than 300,000 square meters, made of ETFE material resistant to earthquakes, hail, and sunlight shifts. The structure sinks nearly 100 feet below ground, reducing wind and the noise while turning the arena into a colossal acoustic theater. Inside, a 1-kilometer oval LED screen suspended from the roof delivers panoramic 4K images visible from every seat. SoFi Stadium today hosts the planet's greatest sports and music spectacles, standing as a symbol of technology, ambition, and boundless human creativity. Shinkansen, Japan's legendary high-speed rail, stretches across mountains, cities, and seas, symbolizing the nation's relentless spirit of motion. Built in just 5 years by tens of thousands of engineers and workers, the system has carried over 10 billion passengers, proving unmatched scale and reliability. The trains maintain stability, even through earthquakes, heavy snow, or typhoons, thanks to advanced balance and vibration control technology. Separate tracks with wide curves, hundreds of tunnels, and elevated bridges were designed to sustain speed across every type of terrain. Each year, the network saves Japan hundreds of millions of travel hours, becoming a vital force for the nation's economy and society. In testing, the Shinkansen reached 443 kilometers per hour, a record that proved humanity's power to master the limits of motion. Beijing Daxing International Airport lies south of China's capital, holding the world's largest single terminal, known as the Flying City of the 21st century. Its five-armed starfish design lets travelers walk from the center to the farthest gate in just 8 minutes, a triumph of efficiency. The 700,000 square meter terminal, with its steel and glass roof, floods natural light, turning artificial space into an open sky interior. Intelligent baggage and navigation systems run for miles seamlessly, serving up to 100 million passengers every year. The airport expects 45 million passengers in its first phase, rising to 72 million by 2025 and 100 million annually. Aiming to become a global aviation hub, Beijing Daxing stands as a symbol of China's technological ambition and worldwide vision. Taklamakan Desert Highway stretches across Xinjiang, cutting through the heart of the Taklamakan Desert, known as China's Deadly Sea of Sand. Spanning more than 340 miles, it became the first cross-desert route connecting two regions once separated by endless moving dunes. To resist wind and shifting sand, over 560 miles of barriers and man-made green belts were planted along the highway. This system turned an impassable wilderness into a vital transportation corridor, reducing travel time and driving the regional economy forward. Nearly 80% of its route runs across mobile dunes, making it one of the longest shifting sand highways on Earth. During construction, more than 100 cooling and sandstorm monitoring pipes were installed. Engineers once hid underground to escape a storm hundreds of feet high. Ping An Finance Center rises in the heart of Shenzhen, standing 599 meters tall, with 115 floors, symbolizing China's technological power and global ambition. Built over 8 years, By more than 4,000 engineers and workers, it cost $1.5 billion and used 35,000 tons of steel. The tower's chevron steel frame enables it to withstand magnitude 7.5 earthquakes and winds stronger than Category 17 typhoons. Its self-cleaning glass facade and millions of LED lights transform the skyscraper into a 600-meter-high screen of living light. At 562 meters, the Free Sky Observatory offers panoramic views of Shenzhen and the bay beneath the clouds. Ping An Finance Center stands as a monument to the megacity era where humanity builds higher and reaches beyond its own limits.